Shalom. Hey, before I get started, I'm gonna face east towards Jerusalem. Give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, Shalom to the remnant. Shalom to the elect. I just want to do a quick lesson, real quick, regarding us being the Israelites, and I'm gonna start in Deuteronomy 28. I'm gonna start in Deuteronomy 28. Um, I just took a nap and I had a dream. I had a dream, man. I had a dream I was being accused of being an Israelite, you know, and someone ended up getting deleted, you know. So I'm gonna start in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15, as it reads, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Adonai Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day." So it says that all these curses, one moment, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay? And shalom to the princess Athena Paldril, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua, Mashiach, Barakatah, and Barakim Them Yah to you and your household. All right, shalom to the king, Chabak Shana, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua, Mashiach, Barakatah, and Barakim Them Yah to you and your household. You know, so all these curses were going to come upon our people. The Lord put it out there like these are my commandments. You keep these. You don't keep these, I'm going to let you be spoiled by your enemies. Hey, let's just get straight to the curses. Curse shalt thou be in the city, and curse shalt thou be in the field. Hey, you might, you might have went to school and got your bachelor degree in something, and you still ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? You might have your master's in business, and you still cursed. Um, you may have been on probation or something before, or had a petty record, and now you can't do certain things. You can't do real estate, or can't do, get the you know, do what you want to do, in whatever field you want to do it in. Hey, that's part of these curses. This don't fit nobody but you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. But like I said, the reason I'm doing this lesson is because I had a dream. I was in like this institution. Like I was there for like a dentist visit, right? But it wasn't a dentist. It was these Elamites and these Moabites, and these Edomites, and like a whole group of them, like doctors. Like they were all like nurses. Like, how when they like you see that in the loony bin or something, they'll have all these nurses come out for one person. Well, they had all had came out for me, and they were questioning me. They were trying to tell me that I'm not an Israelite, and I was explaining to them like I was showing them all these different points. Man, you guys don't fit the curse. They were saying like, how is this Moab? How is this Moab? And then I was like, man, you're Elam. You know that you're Elam, and they were like, you're not Israel, and you're not Israel. And I'm like, well, I prove it. Yeah, because I could prove it. The simple fact that they're attacking us and coming after us, hey, that proves that we're the Israelites. So I'm gonna be a quick one. And Psalms 83, we'll get some of that, and then we'll get back to the curses. You guys can't refute that we are the Israelites. Psalms 83 and 1. It says, a song or psalm of Asaph, keep not thy silence, O Most High, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. It says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have over us. They done took power over us. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, especially you Negroes. I'm not undermining the Northern Kingdom, but another thing I want to point out is the fact that we don't have no military. We don't have no army. Our army is in the heavens. Our army is Yahweh Shai Mashiach, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the Lord of Hosts. All right, that's our army. So for lo, thy enemies make a tumult. Yeah, they start a riot. So, it was kind of spiritual that I had a dream that they were attacking me, trying to tell me I'm not an Israelite, and they're all in like nurse clothes. Like they're probably trying to make me take the microchip, and I was like explaining to them, hey, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's not my lot. Or you're not an Israelite. You're not an Israelite. You know. So it says verse 3, Psalms 83:3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right, when they come down with this mark of the beast or with this microchip, all right, they're going, hey, who's going to be right in with it? You're going to have Moab, you're going to have Elam, you're going to have Esau. You're going to have these nations get together against us because they know that we're the children of Israel. And they're really playing a dangerous game. They still ain't even admitting that we're the children of Israel. They know it, so they're not even admitting we're the children of Israel, but yet they want to put it in their hands to try to hurry up and shut Jake up. They want to hurry up and try to kill Jake. They want to put you guys to death. They don't want you guys to know who you are. All right, Shalom to the King, Rob Khan, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Mashiach, Brakatah, and Brakim Tamyati in your household. They want to shut us up. Hey, shut that up talking about you, the children of Israel. God doesn't exist. There's no such thing as the Most High. You're not the Israelites. Oh, there's nothing special about the Israel. Well, pick one. What is it? Because we are the children of Israel. This Psalms 83 and 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. See, they consult together with one consent. You're gonna have Elam. You're gonna have Moab, Ammon. All right, you're gonna have Esau, you're gonna have Ishmael. These people are all in against us. All right, because they know that when we come in power, all of them are coming out of power. They're all coming out of power. All right. It says, they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. So all of these Hamites, these all of these nations, they're all in against us. All right, while they're sitting here not doing nothing righteous on the earth, they're steady pointing the finger at Jake, trying to destroy Jake. Or they want to destroy us. Or and they about to come with that. They about to come with that mark of the beast. Here, take this. Hurry up and take this. If we could just get all of you Israelites to take this mark of the beast, we'll stop. We'll stop. We'll stop you. Let me get this in Jeremiah, because these are part of the promises that we're waiting on. You know, that the Heavenly Father gave us. Told has us hoping in. Um, Jeremiah 31. Yep, and verse 30. Verse 31, it says, behold, the days come, saith the Adonai Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. They don't want us to be in a new covenant. They don't want that to happen. So they're going to try to hurry up and push this mark of the beast. They're going to try to everything in their magic book to try to distract you guys, you know what I'm saying, from getting on board with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Which the main one to fulfill their enterprise is the mark of the beast. All right, it says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break. So we broke the covenant, so we in these curses. Who else does this fit? This don't fit you guys. This don't fit Elam. This don't fit Moab. Okay? It says it says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. See, they still got power, they still got stuff going on. But we don't. The Heavenly Father removed us out of our land. He says, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Adonai Yahweh. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. They don't want us to get back on. They don't want us to get back on with our power. the God of the heavens and the earth. All right, the God of all creation, the Most High, the Almighty, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. And they shall no more teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, know Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, for I will forgive their iniquity and I will remember their sin no more. See, we sinned against the Heavenly Father. So the Heavenly Father kind of like, he gave us he turned it back on us. He hid his face from us. All right, and these are part of the curses. Just go back, Deuteronomy 28. But hold on, let me get this. Jeremiah 31:37. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. Okay, and so these devils they really want to try to search out the heavens and the foundations of the earth, you know, to try to. Hey, they don't even want to do that. They don't even want to do that. Yup, Yahweh put us on punishment. They don't even want to do that. They just want to cut us off, you know. So but that's not gonna happen. All right, there's nothing they could do against the truth, but only for the truth. So Deuteronomy 28 and 17 and 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Verse 17, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Our basket and our store ain't they're not in trouble like other men. Let's get that. Proving that, This is Psalm 73 and verse 3. It says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Just like us, before, we knew the truth, might have been jealous, trying to get money, trying to be rich, trying to live them goals and go to college and go off and do all these things to try to be so-called successful and be prosperous, right? It says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Then when we found out the truth, we realized, man, these people are the wicked. I don't want nothing to do with this. Or I don't even want nothing here. It says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Seeing they're being prosperous. It says they are not in trouble as other men. See, these people ain't in trouble like how we're in trouble. We don't have no say-so in this society. We don't get to shut nothing up. We don't get to stop these people from, stop this madness. We don't get to stop the homosexualism. We don't get to stop all the pornography and the promiscuity in society. Or we to tell. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. It says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Who's this violent man on the earth doing all of this? Who's this man got war on all fronts right now? Because it's damn sure it's not you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? You guys are the children of Israel. This is really, 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 like Kevin Gates, right? This is really a blessing for us to be Israelites. It's a blessing for us to come to our senses that, hey, man, we got to repent and seek Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And our end is not destruction. Our end is not destruction, but their end is destruction. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so, hey, man, the Wadi Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because these people are through. We don't have a military. All right, we ain't got, Tribe of Judah, where's our military? We ain't running the show. It says, therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. So they always gonna have that pride. Who's this always in their pride making moves, calling the shots, writing grievousness in their laws? Who is this so proud? We're gonna turn it to the Gulf of America. Who is this? Because it's not you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. For those just tuning in, I had a dream. That I was in like this doctor's office, and it was a whole bunch of nurses and stuff, and cops and stuff, and they were right there. Pressing me about something happened with Moab, And I was getting mad at Elam, one of the nurses or doctors, and he was trying to tell me I'm not Israel, I'm not an Israelite, you know. And I was listening. I fell asleep. I was listening to the elder's video, but I was having this dream, and then I was like, I just wanted to hurry up and do a lesson. I also, had a dream. In the dream, I had a dream. I had a vision. I put down a Edomite, and my and you know, and I just wanted to go do a video. I just wanted to do a video. I put down the Edomite, beheaded him. You get what I'm saying? And my friends, they hung him. You know, and I was inside this hospital place, and Elam is accusing me. How do you know that they're Moab? How do you know that they're Moab? You know, and I was like, man, you're Elam. I was telling him he's Elam, and they had all these doctors and nurses. I was just being careful with my word. They had all these doctors and nurses, lined up around me, and I wasn't scared. And it's like they were trying to make me take the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going for that. And they tried to tell me that you're not Israel. You're not Israel. You're not an Israelite. You know. Um, so it says violence covereth them as a garment. So they're always moving in violence. If you don't take it, then we're going they're gonna try to put you guys down, man. Hey, but we gotta trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says their eyes stand out with fatness. Who's these rich people? It's not you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. We don't have. We got check engine lights. We got bills, $1,000 electricity bills, all types of problems. You know what I'm saying? Like they said in Friday, man, these nigger problems. Who is Elam? Oh, Elam, Elam, Elam. These are the Indians. These are the Indians. There's those the ones that you might see at the doctor's office. The one, what was Aladdin? I think Aladdin was made on let me see. The ones that look like Aladdin. Let me see. Aladdin, East Indian. They're the East Indians. Let me see. Says while Aladdin has Middle Eastern origins within the 1001 Nights, the story contains elements and cultural influences from Indian and Chinese tradition. Okay, so that was Moab and Elam, but yeah, Elam is those East Indians, brother. All right, yeah, Aladdin looking those people, you know. Um, but Salakia, let me get back to it. So Deuteronomy 28 and verse 18, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kindred, thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. We ain't got no, where's our land? We don't got cattle. We can't just go keep the Passover and just oh yeah, I'm gonna take this fat one right here, and I'm gonna put it down, and I'm gonna keep a couple pounds, and I'm gonna give different brothers, you know, different pounds of this lamb, and we're gonna keep the Passover. We ain't doing none of that. All right. Our health is messed up here. You got cracking bones and aches. You got brothers and sisters that have ailments that they're repenting from their sins. And then you got Esau here that is covered in violence, prescribing them medications that's gonna further destroy their body. You got carcinogens all in the air, cancer everywhere, radiation everywhere. All right. So hey man, these people, Esau Edom is not trying to help us. Our help is coming from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. So this proves that we're Israelites. Let me grab some points. Deuteronomy 28 and 32. It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. Where's our power at? All right, they come try to take your kids. You know what I'm saying? Put them in CPS, DHS. You know, they come take your kids and say, "Oh, you was whooping your kids." Well, duh. What, you don't whoop your kids? That explains society today. Esau Edom is just, hey, this whole earth is out of course, like it says in Psalms 82. Grab that real quick. Salakia. Stomach. Psalms 82 and verse 5, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Man, the foundation of the earth is out of course, man. Esau Edom is in rulership. All right, ain't nothing going right. All right, but this is our punishment that we're on, our little timeout the Heavenly Father got us on. But our end is not destruction. Our end is salvation, and everlasting salvation. Hey, Psalms, Isaiah 45 and 17. Grab it real quick. Isaiah 45 and 17 has been coming out all day too. Beautiful. It says, but Israel shall be saved in the Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. So everyone doesn't need to be saved. All you people out here living it up, you know, you might have Esau trying to squabble up with Jake, and then you got Moab and Ishmael throwing in their little shots in the background, their little weak shots in the background while you on the floor getting stomped out. Everybody trying to get their licks in on us, right? But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. So we're a world without end. Or everybody taking their shots on us. You got all these Edomites talking bold and stuff on the internet, talking smack, like they're gonna do something, and they are gonna do something. They're gonna get put in chains. All right, they're gonna get abased. But Deuteronomy 28 and 32, it says 33, it says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. They took our wood, sold us our own wood. You know what I'm saying? We done taught them how to make the wood. We done taught them how to make plywood. Now they selling us our own wood. We done taught them, taught them unleavened. Hey, we buying bread, and they defiled it. Now we buying bread from them. It says, thy sons and daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look, all right, and fail with longing for in the schools, we put our kids in the school system. They out there teaching them all types of filthy abominations. Our kids are coming back as straight demons from the school. They polluting their mind young. All right. They put your kids in the system. You might get them back at the, before they turn 18. They come back there, some homosexual. They put them in juvenile hall. They come back even worse than they was, gang banged out. It says, yeah, it says, and thine eyes shall fail. Thine eyes shall fail. Your eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in their hand. So ain't no, where's their strength? Where's their power? They could just call a shot, because we're the princes of the earth. Let me get that. We're the judges of the earth. This is Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See, hey, who's running the show right now? It's not you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? It says he covers the faces of the judges. We're the judges of the earth. If not, where and who is he? All right, so who's doing all the judging and stuff right now? Who's calling the shots? Not you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? We're not the one that's establishing some microchip, getting ready to put it inside of everyone, telling them they got to take this microchip. We're not the ones causing all this. That's them. Verse 33, Deuteronomy 28 and 33, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knewest not eat up. If we don't deal with Esau, Edom, and now they're eating all of our labors. We out here working, putting in much work in the field, and we ain't bring back nothing. Still got debt. It says, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Who's continually being oppressed? Who's continually being crushed? You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. All right. Oh, vote for me, vote for me. Mr. Save the World, right? All right, we're gonna make America great again. As soon as he get in office, oh, look, get rid of these Mexicans and these Venezuelans, and they kind of started the show before he even came in office with the Venezuelan stuff. You know, oh, the Venezuelans. All right, they cleared them out, right? You don't see them talking about all this and all that no more. Now they going over there attacking Mexico, attacking, doing, having this silent Cold War that's going on, this silent war going on, and turning into a hot war, all right, with Venezuela, you know, all the indigenous people over here, you know, the Central and South America, you know, they're attacking, they're crushing us, or they done kicked us out of America, which is our people's land, the Northern Kingdom's land, you know, kicked them out and coming over there attacking them, still attacking. So you can't believe this devil for a hot second. And these, though they're not the Israelite. These are the Israelites. These Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Haitians, Jamaicans, all right, Peruvians, El Salvadorians, Guatemalans, all right, so forth and so on. All right. It says, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. So who's continually being oppressed and crushed? All right. It's not those Israelis. It's not these American Edomites that's more stout than his fellows. They're not being crushed. They living it up. Their economy's still falling, and they still living it up, having big Boston Tea parties, spending taxpayer dollars. All right. Funneling money over here, funneling money over there, all right, doing child sacrifices and drinking children's blood and adrenochrome. Hey, these doctors, you know, they try to tell you to come in and, oh, we need a blood sample, you know, talking about they need a blood sample. Where's this blood? Where's all this blood going? Why are you taking all this blood? You don't need nobody's blood. What you need their blood for? Doing all these experiments. You know, they're addicted to blood and Adderall and meth. All right, and they can't sleep unless they do wickedness. So who are these Edomites and who are the Israelites? Because this is obviously somebody here in America. You know, I've seen someone contesting about America being Babylon. Well, you got to add it up precept upon precept, and it's quite evident that America's Babylon. All right, let me jump down to verse 43. Deuteronomy 28 and 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Who done got up above us very high? Who's running the show? It says, and thou shalt come down very low. Who's very low in society? Who are these so-called minorities that they always talking about? These criminals, these thugs, and that's political code language. For, you know, you guys that took political science, you guys already know that's that racist language, that Edomite language, political code language. When they say thug, that means nigger. They talking about you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right. And thou shalt come down very low. All right, so you guys are the ones that fit this. It says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. Who are these people that we got to go through to get a loan? Can't even get a $1,000 loan. You know what I'm saying? These people get off their signature $250,000 signature loans just off of their signature. White male. It's not a let me see if I can find it. They were conspiracy on blacks not getting loans. Reports of black people not getting loans are not a conspiracy, but a documented pattern of systemic racism. All right, systemic racism. This is the AI overview. Primarily through a practice called redlining. That's what it's redlining. While redlining is now illegal, and it's not, we're not the head. We ain't stopped nothing. They still redlining. Or they just change up a couple words in the law and color it that way. While redlining is now illegal, studies showed that its lasting effects, combined with modern day discriminatory practices, continue to disadvantage Black applicants in the lending process. All right. Government backed policy in the 1930s, the Federal Home Owners Loan Corporation created residential security maps to determine mortgage lending risk. All right. Racial coding. Neighborhoods were color coded with red marking areas with high proportions of Black residents. And redlining us. Same thing they do with the votes, but we shouldn't be voting. We ain't voting. All right. Let me go back. So Deuteronomy 28 and verse 44, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. All right. So it's quite clear that we're the Israelites, man. And they're not. And they're the Edom. It's quite clear that they're the Edomites. All right. Yeah. Verse 46. Deuteronomy 28 and 46. And thou shalt be upon, and they shall be upon thee for Salakia. Let's start at verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. And we're destroyed. And we're destroyed for lack of knowledge. And now we're coming back and these curses are starting to be reversed. And the Lord is about to, hey, we're not about to be destroyed. We're about to be saved with the everlasting salvation. It says, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Adawan Yahweh thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Because thou servest not the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. So that's where we messed up, man. We messed up. So but the Wadi Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai for letting us, for his perfect judgment, you know, because that's how you know the Lord really loves us, that we messed up, right? The Lord put us in slavery, and now we're remembering ourselves, and we're like, oh, this matters. So, and then we can see that, hold on, we're the children of Israel. Oh, we are special. You know, stop getting hairlines, stop using shavers, stop taking your daughters to get perms, you know, embracing the afro per se, embracing who you are. Coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Let's read Lamentations chapter 5. And Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 1. Remember, O Yahweh, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. It says, our inheritance is turned to strangers. Our house is to aliens. You know, they're in our they're in our land right now, defiling the land. Okay. It says, we are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. A lot of us grew up in was in the system, a ward of the state, a ward of the court, foster home, group homes, juvenile halls. We are orphans and fatherless, or because the Heavenly Father ultimately turned his back on us and gave us over to these people. All right. Our mothers are as widows. They destitute our women. You know, our big mama done taught us Jesus, sweet Jesus Christ. So the false names. All right. Now we understand what the true names are. Okay. It says we have drunken our water for money. We drank our own water. It says, for we have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. You know, so that's crazy. That's crazy. It says, our necks are under persecution. They got us under the scope. Man, move on them now. Move them like this. Move like that. Get them. All right. Cancel cancel EBT. You know, all these different things. Man, I think back in the day they used to have the free lunches, you know, but then they started doing what? putting the government cheese, defiling the food, we eating our food defiled amongst the heathen. Or they used to have the breakfasts and the lunches in our communities with the government cheese. Hey, they put it out in what's that movie? Pootie Tang? Pootie Tang. With they try to put all these chemicals. They put out the Newports, all these chemicals in the cigarettes and the nasty bottom of the barrel what is it? Malt liquor. They put out all of this stuff. Yeah, here, get them, kill them, give them psoriasis of the livers, right? What is it? St. Ives, Hurricane, 211 still reserved. That's some very nasty stuff, and our people consuming it, man. Old English. It says our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. All right, they coming out with these new laws. Oh, 3-strike law, 3-strike law. Yeah, 3-strike law. You gave him a strike for spitting on the ground. All right, this man got accused of the same thing a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And he beat all of the cases, right? He beat all the cases, but that one time he actually did it. Oh man, throw away the key. I told you these Negroes ain't no good, right? It says, our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. So we labor and we have no rest. It says we have given the hand to the Egyptians. All right, so we gave it over by being disobedient to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Salakia. We gave over our power to them by being disobedient to the Heavenly Father. We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread. All right. So now we over here working for these Edomites. We over here working out for these Edomites. You know what I'm saying? Just for some bread. Just to be satisfied with a little bread. It says, Kanak, I've been to juvenile hall and jail 21 times. They considered me a problem in my younger years. Was on and off probation from 90. See? We under persecution. Think about the prison bonds. They got the prison bonds. All right. I was in a prison called CCA, Correction Corps of America. This is a private owned company. How I was in California's Department of Corrections prison, and a private prison, who I don't know who bought these prisons and made them, had them built. They sent me out of California to different states, Mississippi, Arizona, Oklahoma, right? They're sending you jakes out to these different prisons, and it's supposed to be state law. You're supposed to be in a state, you know what I'm saying? It's not no federal. You're supposed to be in your state prison, but they have these private corporations that gave the state of California over 40,000. Man, yeah, man. Yep. They got these prison bonds. They basically betting on inmates. They actually are betting on you jakes. They betting on, I bet you Mr. Montgomery, Mr. Jackson. I bet you all of those that came in 2019, I bet you they coming back. They actually have bonds on you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you're coming back to prison. All right. And in order for them bonds to keep growing, what do? They go ahead and change some laws, recolor the law a little bit, recolor the law over here. And so you fall right into that trap, and they come get you right back later. All right. But we're going to get them. We're going to get them in righteousness, man. And your brother doing 76 to life in current state right now. Damn, Salakia, bro. Yeah, man. A lot of our people victim to this, victim to hey, and another thing brothers should do is pray for the brothers that believe this in the jailhouses, man. But we don't know where some brothers are probably in mini camps already, FEMA camps or concentration camps, under the White House building or something, under the federal building in LA or something. Pray for the brothers that are in captivity and seeking Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which we are in captivity. Let me finish. I'm doing a lot of talking. Lamentations 5:8, it says, servants have ruled over us. These people are supposed to be our servants. They ruling over us. Hey, that's the spirit 441. It says, servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver us out of their hand. Who's helping us? Who are these people that are in oppression here? You know what I'm saying? That need to be helped. All right. It ain't you so-called white people. All right, you guys need to be delivered from your own self. All right, because the Civil War definitely finna kick off. All right. And that's the spirit that I had that dream, man. It says servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver us out of their hand. There's only gonna be one that's gonna deliver us out of it. It's Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. He's gonna redeem us. Going back to Deuteronomy 28:68. Let me read it real quick. The police. Another police. They just tell you around the town. You probably coming off of work. They just follow you. But ultimately it's the judgment of the Lord. Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Go on the back of that dollar bill, man. We see them pyramids. We see the landscape and geography of Washington, D.C. We see their maps. Yep, they blurred them. As soon as he crossed the light, it says, and the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, that's slave men, slave women, and no man shall buy you. So who's over here that we can't just get up and go, hey, you know what? Come on, everybody, we're going to go take a trip to the land of Moab real quick. Come on, we can't just get up and go, you know what I'm saying? Let's go look at the Holy Land road. Let's just get up and go, to Damascus Road. We can't just get up and go, let's go look at Egypt. Right? It says Lamentations 5:8. It says the servants have ruled over us. There's none that doth deliver us out of their hand. And like he said, no man shall buy you. He said, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. But Yahweh Shai Mashiach is going to redeem us. That's why our end is not destruction. Our end is salvation. All right, let me pull up Baruch chapter 4. Baruch chapter 4. All right. Yep. Hold that real quick. Lamentations 5:9. We got our bread with the peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah. Hey, they still raping our women. Or they raping our men and our women. Hey, it is what it is. They are. It says princes are hanged up by their hand. These mighty men of the Lord. These men of the Lord. These judges of the earth being hanged up by their hand. The faces of the elders were not honored. Our elders. When there is a wise brother amongst our community, they go ahead and target him. They say if you to take down a strong man's house, get rid of the man. And so that's what they did. They put all of our men inside these prisons. They buck breaking, pushed all this homosexuality on our children while the men are in the prisons for nothing, for being black, driving while black, driving while being Puerto Rican, driving while being Mexican. It says, they took the young men to grind and the children fell under the wood. The elders have ceased from the gate, the young men from their music. All right, I'm gonna finish up right there. Let's get Psalms 44 real quick. I'm gonna get ready to close this out. Psalms 44 and 14, as it reads, it says, "Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people." That, oh, these uppity Edomites, these uppity so-called white people. They look at us snobby nose. Don't breathe on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Um, Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people. And then like the dream that I had, uh, Elam trying to tell me, you know, that I'm not Israel. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you definitely don't fit the curses. You guys privileged, come straight to America. You know what I'm saying? Get put straight inside of a college. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Get straight in college. Get your PhDs and have your little whatever, your little homo meetings or whatever, your frat brothers and all that American Freemason witchcraft stuff that y'all be doing, along with Esau Edom against my people, man. All right, and the Lord is not holding his tongue concerning y'all wickedness no more. The Lord finna touch all of you heathen. All right, because you think the Lord ain't gonna move on our behalf, which he's moving on our behalf. Psalms 44 and 14. But makest us a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people. My confusion is continually before me, and the shame of my face hath covered me. For the voice of him that reproacheth and blasphemeth by reason of the enemy and avenger. All this is come upon us, yet we have not forgotten thee, neither have we dealt falsely in thy covenant, which we did deal falsely in the covenant with Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. But now we're coming back to it, and what's going to happen again? Deliverance. Every time. Every time. The Lord never forsook us. All right. Isaiah 51. Hey, just like a kid, man. You might kick your kid out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna live under my rules. You kick him out the house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that's your kid. You know what I'm saying? But it's time for you to learn the hard way. You turn 16, start bucking up. Like me, I tried to buck up against my dad. Then my daddy died when I ran away. It's my biological father. I tried to run away and be in the streets. Hey, now the world could just jack you up. But the point I was making, you kick that kid out. Everybody in the neighborhood, they know that that's Jesse's son. You know what I'm saying? And people treat you any type of way. So that's how the Heavenly Father got us. But they know that we're the Israel. Oh, these are just the children of Israel. These are the princes and judges of the earth. Let's see what we could do with them. Let's buck break him, make him bend over, cut his thing off, put his rod in his own mouth, right? But the Lord is going to deliver. 19. It says, "These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee?" See, your father kicked you out. Ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. So who fits that? You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. So we can still hope in these promises that he's gonna deliver us. All right. It says, desolation and destruction and the famine and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee? Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets. As a wild bull in a net, they are full of the fury of the Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the rebuke of thy power. Therefore hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Salakia. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and thy power that pleadeth the cause of this people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. So we about to be up. We about to be up on this devil. We about to be up on top of our enemies, and we're gonna rule them in righteousness. All right, he's about to undo all that afflicted us. All right. No, I don't want to hold it too long, but I'm gonna end with this. Baruch chapter 4 and 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. It says, for thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but surely thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. So, hey, man, we're about to tread upon shortly. We're going to see his destruction, which we're seeing his destruction come to pass right now. All right. And they're trying to hurry up because we're talking about it. They're trying to hurry up and try to destroy us, but they don't know that they're fulfilling prophecy for the Lord to hurry up and destroy them. So bring it on, Esau. It says, but surely thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. My delicate ones have gone rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. All right, who was taken away as a flock caught of the enemies? You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. So he's going to remember us. He's the one that brought these on us. He's going to remember us. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. And we got to seek him 10 times more, man, because they finna come down with that microchip, the mark of the beast, and they're going to try to force you guys to take that thing, man. Don't take it, man. It says, for he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. All right, so he's going to comfort us, man. So Lord willing, I was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. I'm going to end by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the remnant. Shalom to the elect. And the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, lights turned off by itself at the same time. Hey, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Shalom.